We've been doing a lot of thinking this week about the menorah. Each night we're setting up our oil, we're cleaning out the candles. The menorahs are front and center in our windows. But perhaps in addition to thinking about the menorah, we should also be thinking about the Ketores. Why would we think about the Ketores during Chanuka? Well, if you look at the Psukim in Sefer Shmos that describe the service that was done in the Mishkan, the avoda in the Mishkan, so you'll notice that often the service revolving around the menorah is linked with the offering of the incense, with the offering of the Ketores. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, what is the significance of this linkage? Why are these two things paired together in the Psukim in the Chumash? Rabbi Lichtenstein, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, suggested that there are two themes here. There's a theme of the menorah and the theme of the Ketores. The menorah is light, it's or. It illuminates, it provides clarity and understanding. But this clarity and understanding takes place on the intellectual realm. It is something that enlightens our minds. It's an experience in our brains. And says Rav Aaron that the Torah is, of course, an intellectual experience. But it's much more than that. If we just have the Torah as something that illuminates our minds, so then we're missing half the story. Says Rav Aaron, that is why we have to link the light of the menorah to the smell of the Ketores. Because the Ketores is something that's more mysterious. It's not an experience that lives in our minds. It's an experience that's not less tangible, and it lives in our hearts. The Ketores is what elevates our spirits, our souls. So when we light our menorahs this week, we should, of course, remember that we're celebrating the light, the intellectual capacity that we have to learn God's Torah, but it's not something that just illuminates our minds. It's something that also uplifts our spirits and our souls. Have a Chanukah Sameach and Shabbat Shalom.